Okay. Okay, we're gonna ignore my hair. We're not gonna talk about it. Hi guys, so today I was not planning on filming at all, but I came across a video on Catherine Steele's YouTube channel, and she posted a video called the My First Time Tag Theater Kid edition, and I thought that's really cool. I want to do that, so I'm going to. This is the My First Time Tag Theater Kid edition. Question 1. First musical you saw. The first musical I saw was Annie, and it might have been Annie Jr., but it was Annie, and it was by a youth theater company in town, and I ended up being in that company. First musical I performed in, it was Oliver. It was 5th grade. I was 10 and I turned 11. Yeah, I turned 11 during Tech Week, so my birthday is always during Tech Week, so it's really great. And we performed for my school, and my class went to see it. So that's my life. My class saw me. I was an orphan / pickpocket. There you go. First Broadway crush. Throughout my entire theater career, if you can call it that, I never, up until like freshman year of high school, I never really like focused on Broadway at all. I never really cared about Broadway. I didn't really even know it existed because I'm from the Midwest and we don't have Broadway. So my first Broadway crush, I'm gonna think just back into freshman year. Christian Borle in Legally Blonde probably was my first crush, because he was like that was the first bootleg that I ever watched. And yeah, and he was just like the guy in it, and I was like, well damn, he's kinda cute. And yeah, and now he's bald. First lead. My first lead was actually just this year. It was Rebecca in Anatomy of Grey. But even then it was like an understudy, so I'm like still hoping for that one lead that's truly mine. Like that it's my lead and it's a real show. And I'm waiting. Like my first dream role. Like I said, I wasn't really too into Broadway like as a child. Of course I always wanted like the leads in the shows that I was doing, but never something like a dream role, I guess. So I guess the first dream role I ever had was Margot in Legally Blonde. And I will fight you. That is a great fucking musical. First play I saw, I don't think I've seen any because I'm always in them. Oh, sorry. First play I performed in, if we're not counting like tiny little like trios that I did for like a showcase in like 7th grade. The first play I performed in was called Anonymous. Really great show. I still really like it. It was a good show. I got to wear a wig in it, so I was like really happy about that. That's like, hell yeah. First Broadway show you saw. If we're not counting bootlegs, none. Sorry. First stage kiss. Lip on lip. Never had a stage kiss, but I have kissed a guy on the cheek. So there's that. The first moment you realized you loved performing. So before I did my first show, I did like a week-long summer camp where we did Wizards of Waverly Place. I was a zombie. I feel like when I first realized I loved performing was when I finally got into that god-awful costume, and I was just like, I belong here. This is what I want to do. Now I've been doing it for 7, 8 years. Oh my god, I really love musical theater. First school musical. So when I was in middle school, we didn't have school musicals. Apparently now people do, which I'm like pissed about. Because I had to pay $300 to do these company shows, and I could have done free ones, but whatever. No, I'm not gonna get into that. My first school show was in high school, so it was freshman year, and it was a self-written, self-produced, self-choreographed, self-directed show by my musical theater class. The one I consider a real show after that, like the first real school show, was Anything Goes. First non-school musical was my first musical, which was Oliver. First summer show. So my first summer show, and only summer show to this day, was Camp Rock, the musical. First crush on a cast member. In the company that I performed with, there were like 4 main guys, maybe 4, and they always got the lead parts, and I mean, like, that's the same thing for high school, it's always like that, but whatever. And I don't know, I feel like everyone was kind of in love with them, and I was just like, thought this guy was cute who was like the main, like, God worships him lead, but funny thing, he's my best friend's brother. I think I thought I liked him for a while, and then I was like, no you don't. Chill. First major on-stage mistake. Okay. So, I'm petrified of messing up on stage. Like, I'm terrified. I have to have everything the right way. I enter on the right time. I exit at the right time. I say all my lines at the right time because I'm petrified of messing up on stage. But one time when I was doing Anonymous, I stabbed myself with someone else's sewing needle on stage and drew blood. This lady had a sewing kit, and she was like doing it and I pulled her up from her seat, and she was like doing her sewing, and she had her hands like this, and I just went, oh! Stabbed myself in my finger, and I went off stage, and I went into the dressing room, and I said, I just stabbed myself with someone's needle on stage, and everyone was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, but that was, no one saw it, like, no one saw it, it was fine. And also, in Anatomy of Grey, I had to run in this long ass skirt and these high, like, these heels that I was not okay with, I'm already tall enough. And it was like on steps, and I had to run up some steps and then run down some steps, and I fell because the skirt was too loose, and I fell and like slid, and that was luckily only in dress rehearsal. So I fell flat on my face, and everyone was like, you pulled it off really well. It was like dramatic because I was like saving my dead daughter, whatever. Okay, so that is that tag. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you soon. They die because God said they must. I've seen plenty of bootlegs though, don't worry. I'm not gonna say what I watched yesterday, never mind.